in Americas.
Still haven't qualified for playoffs yet, Wyatt, and that is why they're here. Already, Aspas has got deep in towards Link, and FNS is not ready for it. Sheer pace enough to rip the skin off your bones. Mada does expect this action.
He does not feel comfortable taking that fight just yet, wants to regroup with the rest of the team. brawk does have a recon to throw up when this retake attempt goes in. Ethan with one flash as well, though currently he's just in position for the flank.
But again, trapwire in Ethan's way. There's no way around this. Listen, those old knees, Ethan, won't get you there. Has to clear it. Now cortezia knows there's a timer. Jeez, this is the last player I want to be running into with a pistol round. I'm not going to lie, but Ethan is sharp with it. artzin low as well. Mada's able to emerge here from garage and finds his third of the round. Verno tucked. Old Nemesis is approaching him. He can sense it. Has to win the fight here against somebody.
All of stage 1 so far.
And I expected them to pick Lotus in this series, but maybe that's why. It was such an abysmal showing for the Mada though. Always equipped to succeed. That smoke there in lobby lets him get up there for free.
Why does he have intentions of sticking around? He does, because that dark cover is walking up on him in the corner, and hopefully
30
he
seconds
can catch
left.
the right timing for his sake. And yeah, that is Verno.
Gauge triggered.
Time for the leader here to step up and find his one.
That's all he needed.
I know,
he only needed one. I got scared, but he got it. He got it.
We're not reliving that fracture moment there at Tree. That's fine. Okay, MIBR, I get the spike down here. NRG. Again, distributed north and south here, 2 and 2. xenom's able to catch Som out. That's a huge pick here for this retake scenario. Harder now for NRG to break their way in. Got a bit of this util. brawk still carrying most of those abilities.
It does have that recon going to go through with the flash.
Big flash. cortezia had no chance to respond on that. MIBR forced into pure post plant here from Long. With the TP across from xenom, but I think he was heard. Mada gets an easy one.
They have no reason to adjust their positions.
Feels like they've had advanced notice on all of this so far this game. Passive angle in for FNS, but a cloudburst is going to allow MIBR to cross to the side. Ethan, though, he sees it all. Flash for disruption here. Maybe emerge at the back of the side from that dimensional drift now. He appears, and Aspas just ceases to exist. Clone out here. cortezia just takes the clone and flashed as a result. What are we watching here? NRG came to play, folks, and Verno
Fighting back.
has to against his old team, but it's going to be a tough climb from here. On the side they are. artzin's able to find brawk. It is the Blade Storm that claims the breach, and now it's up to Verno. 1 versus 2. Dealing with the jet ult, he's gotten himself one and some util, perhaps. Som knows he's got to leave the spike.
Does get it to half at the very least.
And there's still time. Som can get this done. He goes for a full stick, and but a deficit to make up on this attack side for MIBR. Okay, we're running headlong into each other now, apparently. Mada traded out, given artzin takes a ton of damage. It's Verno that found the wallbang kill, and someone's to commit to this. NRG are hungry for the fight, and he and FNS double up for 2. Verno always seems to be there, the Wyatt always seems to be present.
The confidence.
Jeez, brawk has had to push quickly onto the side. He doesn't want to get caught outside of it, but that cyber cage is going to come down, and he'll have to deliver. Creeping up, 2 players, good!
Way more emphasis towards garage, so it's B, and wow, I mean, Aspas, he tried to go in fast. He wanted to get the dash up draft to gain space.
Got held up.
Able to do so.
Okay, here's Som TP'd onto the top box here inside his own smoke. Now chooses to emerge, but they were waiting for him. Mada, though, sharp as attack, was able to deal with both artzin and Aspas. We still have the issue, though, of the defuse that has to occur. 3 up here for MIBR. And Verno is ranging far and wide. He's found Ethan. And now can shore things up, keeping an eye on B from Min. xenom's anchored here. And he's had a slow start, too. But that
Lovely fashion.
was more than happy to get active. This time, of course, he'll be tucked close A, take first contact, look to try and gate crash out, gets the kill. And that is exactly perfect. That's what you're looking for from your Yoru in those early defensive exchanges. He also had regen shield, so that's back to 25, and Mada does the same. The duelists are getting busy.
They've both just been taking advantage of the fact that they have the get out of jail free cards, playing in off angles, taking those early duels, willing to engage with the enemies and knowing that they can escape. It's just exactly what they want to do with this comp, and you're doing this on a day where Ethan is starting off hot in the server. That is crucially important.
Here's that Hunter's Fury now. brawk just want to make it impossible for MIBR to have a plan. Look at this! MIBR have taken 3 kills and just playing away from any opportunity to trade. Not one of those kills is tradable.
Out of the timeout, Mike really gave them the win your 1v1 strat.
30
Great call,
seconds left.
great call by the coach. It worked.
I mean, in
both
fairness,
of them winning their duels. Ethan and Mada now just closing the vice grip on MIBR, who really have no hope of getting this spike down.
On cooldown.
they've been just picked apart this round, and they've barely seen where their assailants are.
Yeah, NRG, they'll allow them to get the spike down and then simply kill them. They are so tuned into what MIBR are going to do.
It's dangerous to anchor against the Armageddon, though, Wyatt. It could be risky. Aspas has already gotten himself into hell. Mada's going to have to move here, and he just inches back away from it. So Armageddon doesn't really get any value. But Verno knows a little special delivery in this corner could definitely have stunning impact. And NRG pulling away. Start of the round to get an edge. Home.
Still drone going to clear out front sight, so Aspas can try and gain some space. Look at this again, NRG. They have rotated so fast. They have 3 players back sight.
They've got to
Ready
back Aspas up. He gets paranoid here, Wyatt. It's all about backing the duelist here. Ethan's dimensional drift is going to allow him to wrap very, very far behind the setup for MIBR. They've got to be aware of it. Aspas now looks for a timing, makes a swing on FNS counts. There's an out drone coming in over the top right now, and Ethan also is starting to pressure from C long. MIBR have to batten the hatches, and cortezia has gone down. It's a blade storm now being drawn forth from Aspas, but it's only one for him, and it's on down to xenom. 33 health and a dream. He's got to be ready for a swing on his left. After that last series, I could use a cleanse. Absolutely banged out by xenom
Down
there.
lower gets the neural theft. All that information into the tripwire. This is dangerous right now.
The anti-jet trips are up, but artzin gets hammered hit with the paranoia and couldn't do anything about it. Mada's low, but FNS is here. He's hit by the paranoia as well. Aspas just saw everything behind the boxes, but doubles back. Mada on the corner, sees his elbow, and Verno's able to clean him up there with the salvos.
And now to start the second half, they want to go for aggressive look down mid. Aspas claims that second to get his team the man advantage.
Bro, he did not want to leave. Potential Rookie of the Year candidate. Thwart this NRG pivot to the B side of the map. He scared him off. They headed him garage instead.
When you have that Tejo breach, you have a lot more util for a retake like this on a pistol round than you normally would with other comps. They have great tools here to use. The fault line just came back up for artzin. You have the salvos for Verno. Looking good for MIBR right now.
FNS is ahead of it here. Quick course correction for Aspas keeps him safe, and then Som dives deep. MIBR overwhelm NRG. It's down to Mada. 44 points of health. And yeah, he hears a pitter patter, a little feet getting out of that C site, and he realizes he is severely outnumbered. Aspas!
So Mada has got his full armor, but it's resulted in Som only having a Guardian at the moment. Cortezia going to feel the pressure flashed up. Recon comes in, and he knows that he just has to retreat, play for this full retake right now.
Now, MIBR are not going to have the option to wrap there via C-Long for quite some time, if at all. That is not in position for it.
Now they're going to be waiting for Aspas as well to rotate all the way over. He was playing pretty deep in A-long. Stealth drone going to get some information. Backside for Verno.
This util is getting a little bit thin for MIBR. They've got to actually do something with it.
Or at least get back in backside, but they just haven't found an actual timing window to do it. Som's playing in the dark cover. Wow, they have snipped him out. He is in serious trouble.
He takes a little bit of damage. There's nothing to write home about now, but here come MIBR flooding to the back of the side. It's already a ghost fighting purchase as Som. His head rolls. Beautiful stuff. Verno just steps up, takes the fight, and Mada has to make use of the recon there. What a bonus for MIBR. Such an unlikely scenario.
Stay with their eyes peeled towards A, and they can hit into C. All right, perfect drone from brawk. Aspas denied the angle, denied a shot.
That crash comes in, and it's followed up on danger for Aspas. He doesn't have a shorty to work with, apparently. It's getting hot and heavy on the side, but Ethan gets in there. And honestly, that was so standard, so straightforward. Our drone forced the line, get a dart connection, get him with a gate crash.
Yeah, perfect textbook. They keep it simple, execute well, but artzin wants to throw it all the way for them.
It doesn't seem to matter. Ethan has to come alive in this position, and artzin slaps him down. This IGL, taking matters into his own hands. And after that, what do you have left?
Going to get all of that space for the team as they try to move with some haste through garage, meet up with their Omen Som, who has just been the star of this team in stage 1. Maybe this is where he can come to life as the Armageddon is coming through. A retake flooding in.
Som has to move. He's having a sidestep there out of that. Mada is going to be back to back with him. Ethan for one. There's 3 players for MIBR grouped up inside the smoke, and brawk is able to take down the emergent ones. artzin and xenom both fall. It's even now numbers-wise, but MIBR are no further onto the site than they started. The silver lining, there's no plant yet.
Verno's still just waiting to use those salvos. There's no plant because brawk doesn't want to commit just yet. Cortezia, he's too sharp. He is the Brazilian headshot machine.
What is he supposed to do here?
And this is where brawk thrives. He is known to be a clutch demon.
2 kills for the round already for brawk. He's cortezia low, 31 health. Verno has to finish the job.
Sweet time with this defuse.
Oh, buddy, winning the clutch against, I guess, his closest contender. Is he taunting cortezia because he's not top fragging? Bro. Nothing like a bit of friendly competition, I guess. I don't know how friendly it is between these two now, but hey. Might not see much more of this map anyway. It's NRG already clambering over the C site, but it's camera in that corner. MIBR can play off of that.
Rolling Thunder coming through. Oh, Aspas, what a shot! NRG, they want to fight them before that all could come in.
Cortezia just descends. Aspas with the shorty got involved, and now he's working the backside. 3 left here for NRG, and MIBR still chomping at the bit to get their hands dirty. Mada falls, xenom's able to find him, and now all from backside they emerge, and not even FNS. Loved it, Leviathan. Either way, xenom here. I'll see some shots with that cascade wall, the high tide. Rather, Mada's trying to get into the cloud burst, but it's pretty obvious where he's going to be standing. Still, xenom can't connect. It's Ethan finding 2, both headshots, and Verno has to back up.
Well done from NRG, just taking their time there for a second and then able to triple swing back yellow after Mada makes that space, dashing into the cloud burst, creating that space. Verno finds a pick, just pure spam, I think, through that high tide.
Nice to get a freebie.
Fighting chance.
30 seconds left.
Been a good round for Ethan so far, but he is on the lower end of things. MIBR are going to look to get active. It's Verno is sat over towards a snowman. cortezia gets a frosty reception as he tries to make a peek here onto the site. Wall refreshed again. Aspas with helmet ready. Dashes across, needs to take a pretty hefty fight here if he's going to find success. A shoulder pick probably doesn't reveal much, but brawk serves himself up on a silver platter, and cortezia deals with some now. We have a player advantage for MIBR, but time is not on their side. FNS handles Aspas, and there's Ethan's third. A spray through to stop the...
That being said, this is how things started on last map. Classic. There's a... Oh my God, Aspas. All right.
Guys!
Can we stabilize, please? Okay, thank you, Ethan. Bring us back to normalcy. There is a crazy timing you can hit over on B if you just start with the shotgun. You can just sprint forward and beat them to getting out that door, which is really obnoxious. And artzin gets a free kill doing that.
No one does it like he does. He is the shotgun guy. However, losing your harbor right at the start of the round here, it gets pretty tough, especially if we end up on the B site and MIBR are trying to retake some of that space through the attack side Viper Wall. We'd love to high tide to give them a pocket to play in.
Yeah, he does have a great kit for the retake tools, but that's something to keep your eyes on as we get further into the game when we're on the actual full gun rounds here. Just wants to send it and try and make some magic happen, and it's at least resulted in MIBR having the player advantage, but are obviously at severe weaponry deficit. You're still expecting NRG to be able to clean this up.
I mean, they got a couple shooters with sheriffs. You can't ask for much more. Aspas, cortezia. Cove now dissipating as Verno wants to set up here.
Aspas is going to have to break that alarm bot, and now it's someone from NRG will have to pay attention to the flank. It's going to be Finesse, Ethan fighting forward.
Tara takes contact there as cortezia shows himself. Oh, yep, I warned you guys. Don't say I didn't. Ethan now needs to get involved. There does, of course, need to be a defuse. It's tapped again by cortezia. Aspas on the ramp. It's low. It doesn't matter. It's down to FNS now. 1v2. Verno looking to get it to half, and xenom's going to be watching him. Dangerous. Dangerous play there. Across the whole roster. No one is a straggler.
Oh my God, Mada just spamming through for the rope angle. Aspas trades one back, and he will be content with that. Okay, I was going to say, he'll be content with that. Well, actually, why don't we go for a little bit more? MIBR do not want to give this up. Drone over the top, info.
So much. All of NRG midway to getting towards their prescribed locations.
They're just going cascade for cascade, drone for drone, and NRG want to push up off this wall, but now they're stuck behind the wall from the MIBR harbor.
Also, there's the MIBR Viper Wall that's not usable anymore. So they won't have that for the retake. But look at this, MIBR want to anchor, they want to fight. Here's the reckoning. This is going to get them scurrying about now like a kicked ant heel, but Som's able to find Verno. He's Aspas on the move. You got to respect the guy. In any stage of the game, he found 3. There might be enough as artzin gets a glimpse of Ethan, who's having a great game so far.
Spike planted.
And Simon's able to plant. Cortezia, frag, leader for MIBR coming into this round. Effectively controlling mid thus far, but now he's a long way from home and he doesn't have any friends to rely on.
Does he? Oh, he gets the info on both, actually knows that there's screen.
He has to know that Ethan is going to wrap around here. Love this idea, and Simon's caught on the rope. Lock down! Okay! Hannes Fury at the ready here for Verno.
Oh, what is that? I mean, Ethan's just sprinting through the wall. All right, just wants to take matters into his own hands, be the entry player. Cool, gets the 5 versus 4.
Okay, here's the plant coming down. Hannes Fury should stop it, and it does. brawk thinks better of it. Verno waits, hoping for a bit more info, but nobody's tucked under rafter at the moment. This cove's a bit annoying. Here's the plant proper, but cortezia is ready. Emerges, mada.
Come on, how is he even finding that?
He's just too fast. Headshot dispenser, Rookie of the Year candidate, all-round phenom. brawk backs back up in that corner. Ethan takes another fight. God, he's like a bat out of hell, this Ethan guy. He is clearly here to settle a score. I know who else is. Bit much to ask for.
Speaking of, Aspas has upgraded from that outlaw into the operator and already making it, saying that is a first. I want to try to make this pivot towards B. Aspas is already on the rotate over, though obviously there will be multiple walls obscuring his view from Snowman. Reckoning coming through. Ethan's got another one because he's just been finding so many damn kills. So I'm going to get this spike plant down. Safety! Ethan is not slowing down.
Yeah, he's looking really good now. Viper's Pit follow-up. This is a little bit uncomfortable. Verno obviously waiting on, ideally, a recon bolt refresh.
Artzin, he will have the cove to throw down onto the spike so someone can try to stick it. Finesse wants to go for the long wrap flank.
Dangerous. Here's Verno probing, prodding. brawk goes a little bit low. Aspas is taking pot shot after pot shot, but if Finesse cleans up xenom. Aspas gets pretty deep here towards yellow, and here's that cove now getting set up. artzin hoping to use it as bait, and that's beautiful. The walls come down, it's up to Finesse again, but the cove's in the way, and he gets in the half. This is unreal. Is he out
First kill on round 6, wants to do it again on round 7.
So due diligence done this time for NRG to make it harder for Aspas to play in a cocky fashion. He just takes the swing, sees Mada for a split second, and deletes him from existence. Now he can fall back off this. NRG have lost their Blamestorm impact in the round.
And that's fine. Hey, you're getting the plant with the lockdown? Cool. We are more than happy to come back. Okay, Verno just gets a random kill with the shock dart. Cool. And they've got the Reckoning from artzin to get back in as soon as this lockdown expires.
Here's the Reckoning now. That's a scary prospect for NRG. You know they have to start moving anyway. Cascade thrown up and Ethan gets pinged out. Now all eyes on Finesse as Ethan still finds his. But it's only the one.
Play with one rifle for Mada. Intentions of going fast towards A again. They have struggled on this site so far. MIBR have been excellent on the retakes.
MI6 is getting on the phone for brawk. He better watch out.
Right here.
It might be the next new agent to step up. Here it is, artzin and Verno finding theirs. There's that to brawk and Ethan. Again, somehow Ethan seems to be standing as the dust settles. Cove is going to at least allow him to plant. That snake bike takes a chunk. But nothing you'd write home about is he's able to back away with a Vandal. Nah. Okay. I'm just thinking there's no way, buddy.
Oh my God.
Again. xenom's on the other side, and now it's up to Ethan. Trying to squeeze up. The retake wall deployed. Ethan huddled on the other side of it. Matter of time before MIBR come knocking. He has to do something absolutely otherworldly. A good start. Headshot on Ethan now. The reaction just couldn't.
Spike down.
They're going to pop it preemptively here and try and clear the side of any MIBR defenders. They acquiesce. They say, fine. We like our retake, especially with our controller util.
Spike planted.
Hannes Fury also at the ready. For both sides, in fact.
Verno posting up, ready to send in the recon and then rattle off that ultimate while the rest of the team try and scale back in together.
You should see something. NRG, clear it. Here's the Fury now coming through. Som a little bit low, and yep, dealt with the second shot. xenom comes alive at just the right time, and ooh, that's otherworldly. Even Finesse gets a tickle. Hannes Fury coming back the other way. artzin can't get it to half. Dangerous. Time is of the essence. There's not much of it left here. Aspas is trying to get ahead of it now to shut down anyone who would interfere with the defuse. It's Ethan on pipes. Aspas is just the weapon for the occasion, and Ethan crumples. brawk, can he do it? He cannot. I mean, at least he's thanking him for it. Maybe didn't get enough thank yous in the past. Come on, there's a crucial gap in this util.
Just hoping that the cascade would obscure that sight line. It does not.
Why are we banking on hope at this point?
Countless first kills for Aspas with the operator since he's purchased it. He is taking over the game. I mean, Coach Mike was right. He is a problem.
Okay, cascade wall here, rather high tide. Blocking off MIBR for now. Dart ahead of it. As it comes down, it's a 1-for-1. Aspas is still in the game, now with the Blade Storm. As he's ready to get a little bit hot and heavy. I think brawk might have peeked and spotted him there. And opts not to take the engagement.
Oh, cortezia wins the flank duel. They have a real shot now.
Doubled up they are. Aspas has cortezia at his flank, makes a bit of noise. Oh, the lockdown is... Oh, he's clear of it. It's okay, free kill and back to business.
Come on, come on. Another pit goes in. Enjoy. Trying to make your way through that. Oh my god. All right, Aspas, he's getting a little bit silly perhaps, but can you blame him?
No.
Can you blame this man?
8-2 and he can barely do any wrong. FNS looking for a sixth sense to guide his aim here. Still no plant though. This is so cheeky. Artzin. No, he sees two players at least cross here.
What? How did that happen? Was that...
brawk and Ethan just got fleeced, bro. They're walking through the streets of the market in Agrabah. They just had their pockets picked. 10 and 16 health respectively, dying to shockies. Oh my goodness. Artzin has no idea.
There's a world where Verno gets 2 kills with a shock dart. I hope we don't live in it for the sake of NRG.
Bro, he even used the lock. Oh! What? Through the wall? That is hard! What? He's doubled his frags! And he didn't see any of them! God, what that could have been. Still, it should get NRG in a position to take this away. Low as brawk and Ethan are. They have been saved.
Now, we've seen a lot of heroics from MIBR, but surely Xenom would never win this 1v3.
Not right now.
I mean, brawk and Ethan are low, but there's no way.
Sorry, your co-caster is unavailable right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Xenom doesn't even really consider it. Steps forward, hoping to see a glimpse of anything. Ethan shows some leg, but that's it. Why stat padding? Don't worry about it, folks. Ah, yes. Ethan is one. The guns are not gunning, as it were, for NRG.
Rotate over to this B side from MIBR because Aspas has been pushed up with the AWP, and mada just shut down, caught, dashing into the cloud burst straight away.
There's pure stopping power, man. I was worried that he was Samson for his moustache, but cortezia has stepped up here in the second map. Down, Xenom dealt with. As Ethan always seems to be. He's just leading the way.
And that's one way to get the reckoning. That's going to put the pressure on artzin and Verno, who are both in the site with the lightning strikes raining down on them, but the counter reckoning keeps temporarily at bay. Trade.
Both ops sing.
30 seconds left.
Still no plant. You do have a theoretically small window to get out of the site now if you wanted to, but and that's what Aspas is a little concerned about. That's not the plan for NRG. But they want to imply it is.
There's only 15 seconds left. Is Verno going to attempt to try to stop this plant right now? He's about to have a recon. He's about to have his recon.
The timing for Aspas is good, and Verno stops the plant. brawk punishes, but eventually this high tide has to come down. 4 seconds left. It has to be here and now, but Aspas has picked himself up a rifle. It's time to go hunting. He sees the barrel, and now knows there's a player close. He gets past the turrets, and FNS is down! Randomly through a high tide. Don't know how you replicate that. Mada gets forward, tucks, but he's not able to deal with the overwhelming numbers advantage that MIBR boast, and now they're going to get busy. Som's going to see a lot of this coming, and is hoping to make use of the one-way, but Verno wants to shock him and force him back. It's Ethan again. Chimes in. He's over on the site itself now, and NRG, as hard as that first half has been, they are down to Cloud.
Okay, great job from FNS, able to win that fight over in mid. And now he can group up with the rest of the team, and they should just be able to trade things out in safe fashion. Seal up this round.
I got the spike.
cortezia has definitely seen better days.
And brawk even has a shock dart here that he can throw. There it goes. And because of that cortezia, he knew he couldn't commit to the plant with that low AC.
See the nano swarms? Whoop. Oh, yo! Oh, what? He's just backed into that, folks. No two ways about it. cortezia is the
He did that so Verno could try to clutch on NRG.
Yeah, that's fine. The architect of his own demise, though, I will say. Guess he likes to live a little dangerously. So Verno still has this It's Recon to play with, and he hears so much of this action. It may not matter though. Here's one. Good start. Damage backs away now. Recon ball is going to be destroyed, but the vulnerable hits. Verno's going to wait it out and then swing it again instantly. It's scary for brawk. He's low, but FNS.
Something unorthodox into the mix. If MIBR overcommit, they'll be running into some serious crossfires. Mada, snappy headshot.
That's a good way to deal with full armor for sure. Xenom has gotten pretty deep here, but it's that fairly standard kitchen turret location. And it was active as FNS is over by yellow.
I wonder if Mada heard that drop. I think he did. I think he was just close enough. Okay, 1 for 1. That's totally fine in the eyes of NRG.
Oh no, you're kidding. You got to be kidding.
Placing
Okay, in gets cortezia now. Set the architecture up for a post-plant scenario and your harbor wall.
Those are the kind of timings that Cortezia loves to take, that I think in kickoff he was honestly taking too many of them. And since then, in stage 1, I think he's really refined his play. He's done a great job at picking his spots and finding opportunities like that to change the course of a round.
Unclear if artzin saw anything there, but Som is making his way over from mid. Okay, ready for the dart instantly. Aspas, always dangerous in a spot like this. brawk does see him and respects it. Eventually he's going to have to fight for this territory now. It's cortezia, in fact, that deals 3 in the breathing room on this A site. MIBR are determined to push up on this.
They are stacked up, quad players fighting in 2s, NRG.
Oh, he's so deep up mid.
Yeah, xenom recognizes that he can get forward!
Oh, surely not another one. That would be enough to do you in. xenom now looking for the ace. It's Som, though. Will cut his reign of terror short. Meanwhile, though, Spike's headed over towards B. And Som can't get his team out.
A lot of light/regen armors. Here's the offensive lockdown that Cortezia has built up. Well, the kills that he's been finding to make sure that that A site is fully vacant of defenders. MIBR can get in there, plant for free. And then in the post-plant, they're going to have this Viper's Pit nightmare for NRG to get back in.
And after this, there's no more money. They're basically at the very vestiges of their finances.
And even then, you have Aspas playing forward because the walls, the cascades are being cycled by MIBR. It's further stifling NRG from re-entering.
artzin, so far forward as well. Thought he might have found a timing there, but Aspas is brought down in a trade. And then artzin, yeah, he's just a bit exposed. Plenty of shooters, though, left here for NRG, but FNS has a good weapon for this situation. Judging in hand, but Som deals with cortezia. Their Viper's Pit, though, does persist.
Yeah, first molly onto the spike, further delay. Verno just biding his time.
Shock darts here for Verno as well, continuing to be able to disrupt. He sees a player drop on in. It's going to be xenom. Geronimo, he says. No chance for a defuse. It's Verno, it's the shock dart. And FNS is far too late.
It's just 2 glass cannon to get Vandals, light armors. It's a rough buy. Mada is not done with this match yet. Takes the fight to Cortezia, finds that opening duel, and that's a tough task against one of MIBR's star players, one of the best raw aimers in the league.
There's a reckoning here to make it a little uncomfortable for MIBR if they take too long or give you a good retake option alongside the Hunter's Fury. Mada hears a lot of this.
You know, Mada pushing up, he was hoping that would have pushed MIBR into the setup on B, but they haven't fallen for it.
Forlorn hope that would be enough to scare the attack side away.
They are just confident to re-hit, get into the site.
Still though, decent here for retakes. Hunter's Fury, artzin's able to skid away on the rope. That's risky business. And here's that attack side reckoning now. Awkward for NRG if they want to try and set up here at the back of the A site. This will allow for the plant.
And now in the post-plant, Hunter's Fury for Verno. Passive position, ready to fire that off at the last moment.
There's Ethan's reckoning now. Dart thrown out, Aspas happen to stand still for the time being, and xenom just hit the 1-tap. Happen to play now in rafters. A 1-for-1 is good enough for Kim. Verno a little bit early here on the Hunter's Fury, wants to disrupt NRG as they attempt this, and oh, that's a big hit. brawk falls. They couldn't get any sweeter for young Verno. And Ethan has 20 points of health inside this cove. He's going to try and go with it, but he's lit. It is all but impossible from here, folks. Not with the raw